Okay, I just wanted to introduce you to the idea of what this website's hopefully trying to do. I'm an artist. I have lots of my artwork stolen from, dares I say, the Pacific Rim, mainly China, and put on counterfeit products. Before I go into this website, I'll quickly show you the example I'm going to be using today. It's from a website called Pastel Memory, and this is my artwork placed on a nasty tin plate, produced in, I even know the factory where they produce these. Can't do much about it unless I want to hire a lawyer in China, which is very expensive, to deal with the company for me. But anyway, this is my artwork. It was actually stolen from my personal website, and I know this simply because this is the actual website. I have now placed watermarks over the objects to stop people doing this. But the reason I know that this is actually stolen from my website is you'll probably be able to tell that it's squeezed a little bit. If this is, I'll show you the original one. You see the original one, it's slightly wider. Okay, and some reason when I show these on my website they get squeezed so it looks a little bit more narrow. So if you look at this one, it has that same narrow feature. That's the only place on the web that it happens. So I'm assuming, without a doubt, a reasonable doubt, that this is actually taken from my website. Hence the reason I put these watermarks on there from now on. Okay, so what I've done is I've actually set up a website. Still in progress. Some of the features aren't working. Creative Career has a few things there. Creative still in the work in process. The main point was to get the copyright aspect started, and there's lots of different useful tips and tools to use in the website here. Okay, but the main reason I want to show you this video, I'll just show you as well, there's a blog as well. The blog basically has articles about all the different things I've seen and happened to me over the years to do with copyright issues. Worth a read. You don't need to, but it's worth a read. Now, certain functions on this website you need to be registered, so you can log in and register here. And the one I wanted to show you was this form. There's two forms. I'll show you this one first. One thing I have is a DMCA account. It allows me to make takedown claims. The thing is, all it does is really send you a PDF, or allows you to download a PDF. And then the rest of the work is yours. You have to send the email directly to the person, fill in all the necessary documentation and attach the PDF. And I thought it'd be nicer if I could try to create something that did this all for me. So all I needed to do was fill in the necessary details, click the button, and basically off it goes. First of all, I started off by doing this one. It's just a simple request form. You can expand it out, tell you you're a copyright owner, fill in all the details regarding photographs, illustration, paintings. I'm actually thinking of getting further into this and do other types of art like music, etc. Then you can say what kind of infringement it is, whether it's been stolen, counterfeit, or somebody's taken your image without your permission. Okay, artwork, photographs, characters, logos, etc. Alright, and all the other different things. You actually then put the date you created it, links to where it is and where it was stolen to, etc. You make legal declarations that you're saying this is all true. There's a very small PayPal payment of 10 cents, which is like having a photocopy taken. So I don't think it's that much, but it just covers the cost of me running this site. Anyway, I created that form, and then I thought, well, maybe I could actually do something a little bit further, and I created a second form which actually helps the whole process a lot more, and I'm going to show you this as the example, What this does is it actually, based on a list of known ISPs. ISPs are basically companies that register and host the actual sites that these people are on. Instead of writing to these people, which is pretty tough actually, because if I don't know what language this is, but I think it's probably Korean or some Pacific Rim language. You can't find anything on here if you're an English-speaking person, if there is a copyright infringement takedown form, if you're able to complain about items on there that are not yours, etc., etc. So, be almost hard to know whether you're actually allowed to do that. Well, you are allowed to do it technically because it's a legal process for copyright infringement. So what I did is I did some research on a lot of these sites that I've had my work stolen on, and I've made a list of all the different ISPs that host these sites. And all you need to do is look to the right of the actual IP, which is in bold, and look up the actual site that you want to complain against. In this case it's called Pastel Memory, which is this one. So what we need to do here, where it says Gabia, you just move down here, click this, and make sure you confirm it, because you might accidentally click another one, and confirm you want to proceed with the actual takedown. From that point on, the form opens like the previous one I showed you, and you simply type in the information. I'm actually going to do this legitimately because I actually want to take this one down. So I'm putting all my name in. I put my working name as well, what I trade under. I put my title, which I call myself Creative. And then I put my address in. Then I have to add an email, because all these forms you'll get duplicates in your email address. Okay. Then you choose a country, in my case. As soon as you do that, it then asks you if you're the copyright owner, because obviously legally it's better if you're the actual person who owns the picture, so you can then actually take down the artwork. So you press yes. Type in your name again. Now this is where you select what you want to complain about, which is your illustration. And there you then have to type in the address, which is simply clicking on that, copying it, pasting it, and that basically tells them where to find the actual infringement. Now you then go to here. Now this is a counterfeit, it's not just literally stolen, it's actually made onto a product. Okay, so I'm just clicking on counterfeit. Here you just type in a description of what you think the infringement is. So this is a counterfeit tin plate made in the Pacific Rim, notably China, showing my artwork that has not been paid for, licensed, or given permission to use. This is illegal. Okay, so that's just basically saying something about what I feel the infringement is on this product. Then I just want, if you want to add some more links, you can do. Which best describes your original artwork? So basically it's artwork I created. It can be different, obviously. Name your artwork. Pack the trunk, that's that one there. Describe your artwork. Some of these don't autofill, so image is of an elephant riding in a VW camper with his trunk up and with a baseball cap floating off in the wind. Now I've done that with some what's known as unique identifiers, like the baseball cap floating off in the wind, which you can see there. There may be, I don't know whether there is or not, there may be another picture of an elephant in a VW camper, but maybe both of them don't have a baseball cap. Okay, so it's good to actually put more specific details so they can actually recognize this. Then we go down to where it says date of publication. Now that is the time you first released it to the public or you completed it. The way I find out this on my work is I have obviously done it digitally. So if you look at the picture here, which is of mine, it actually has the creation date, created, which usually is the last date that you've modified it in some way. Okay, so I just put that in. So it's 12, 13 and 11. Okay, so once you've selected that, then you go to the last part, which is where do they find examples? As I showed you, this is my website. So I click the URL to show them that this is mine. Paste that in. Then you do the legal bit, which is to declare and type in your digital signature. Now, because this is involving a little bit more complicated sending of data, there's a slightly bigger increase in the price, but it's only 20 cents. It's like 2 photocopies, so it doesn't really matter. What's going to happen now when I press submit is it's actually literally going to send that to the ISP company, who, if situated in Europe or America, should, by law, take action against this illegal work. Now, if they don't, we'll have to talk about that in a different situation, but they should, because the DMCA is a regulated law that means these ISPs have to set up office to basically cover and deal with infringement claims. So as soon as I press this button and it goes to an American or European based ISP, they should do something about this illegal work. Okay, so I'm going to press it. Because I'm the admin, and I can use these forms without the payments, it will go past the actual payment process, but what will happen is you'll get redirected to PayPal. It'll ask you if you want to make the payment, and you press proceed. If you don't want to make the payment, this form will not go anywhere. Okay, and you'll go back to the page and start all over again. So you press submit. What will happen, and I'll show you that as well, is you'll get 3 copies. You'll get a notification on the website to start with, which says you've used this service. Thanks for the takedown. I hope its process is successful. We're not liable for any actions requested, so we can't guarantee that the ISP will comply, but it has been sent, and it says that the email has been sent, and it says to who. Okay, basically it now says, copies of the PDF have been sent to your account and them. So if you then go to your email account, you'll notice first thing that's appeared is this is not going to be sent to them, this is just for you. This is your notification of all the data that you've actually put into the form, but you'll also notice it has the actual DMC takedown list. If I open that up, you'll actually see it's got all the data that I've put in, all put into place, so they can review it. Okay, image of an elephant in a camper, counterfeit template, blah blah. Go to the next page, it just gives me my details. It's all been put in from that form. Okay, the next one, it tells you that I've got a payment, which is probably only comes to me. And then it tells you this is the form that goes to the ISP company. And it basically says you're the hosting company, and it tells you the name of the hosting company, gives you the name of the link and your link, and it says this is an official letter, and it gives them 2 or 3 days to comply. Okay, gives them a contact email and your address, and also again adds the same form that you received. Okay, so that should hopefully make an effective process to actually get work taken down. Hopefully people will use this, and hopefully lots of people will get their work removed from illegal sites, and change things of how people who are artistic can work on the internet. Thanks for watching.